I did want love. I did want marriage. And I did want a child. I stared at every baby with such a desire to have my own, my little one to love. I could hardly contain my longing. I was consumed with a passion as old as woman. I wanted little else but a baby, and I would be as happy as a songbird once I had my nest and my own dear fledgling in it. I know it was my dream more than yours. You said, as far as I can see with babies, it's in one end and at the other. I did not let that get to me, discourage me, or hold me from my dream. The day did come. A child now grew within me, and I was swelled with pleasure. Though it may not have been exactly your first choice of all things wonderful, you were sweet enough to smile, dashing into the cellar for a celebratory bottle of Saint-Emilion. You downed a lot before the coq au vin was even cooked. We walked amongst the ancient trees along the summer lake where Yehudi lived and played his fiddle, his lovely Jewish violin, notes gliding through the air, so sweet and so divine, and so unlike the mood between you and me. What was it that we argued on that day? I now have no recall, but I do remember you said, I knew we should not be having this baby, and this wounded me more than 1,000 words, no matter how harsh or cruel or vicious. This wounded me as deeply as the dying soldier's bullet. And though we made it up, those words did not depart. They lingered in me. My confidence was gone. Then, visiting in Kent, we stopped for berries, and as I bent to pick them, a pain slid into me as sharp and acid as a swift knife blade, and we drove home. Your mother said, "Lie down," and this I did, blood flowing from me, and the pain grew worse until I lay in a white-coated hospital, so full of dread of what might be to come. Over those long and sweated days, I begged my child to stay. I said, "You are wanted. Do not depart from me. Do not leave me. Do not leave me now. I love you so. I love you so." In the next bed, a quiet young woman sat, upright and deep in thought. She told me, "My roots are in Jamaica. I hope your baby lives. I had to let mine go. I have no home, you see. I am alone. Life's tough. But I pray for yours. I had to let mine go." And we stretched a hand across and held on tight. Two women in a desperate plight, thrown side by chance. Strangers, immersed in deepest hollow sadness, both cradling our pain. Beyond the window, the London traffic roared, the pavements busy with other people's lives, talking to my unborn child, talking, pleading for the gift of life. My new friend understood. The pain increased and I became so drugged I could not speak. They knocked me out, my eyelids leaden bricks. I felt the greatest fear rise up from within, but I could not move. When I came to, they said, "You lost your little boy." They said it just like that and walked away, and I wept and wept and wept. My child was gone. The whole sweet dream was over. That was all so long ago, and yet Tears roll down my face now as I write. Why did I never see my child? Why did I never see him? Where did he go? Why was he never buried in a small white box? Was he tossed into a bin, a garbage can, to be incinerated? I am weeping now. That little boy that I never knew, but I already loved so well. A mother who would have fought fire for him, who would have died for him. And yet I could not save him. What happened to my baby? That walk, that day came back to me, and it was over.